was at the time that he'd become attached to direct it.
Well, I have good news for you, Timothy. You still have an opportunity to encounter it in your youth. What can you tell us about Paul Atreides? Who is he?
Paul Atreides is a young man who's facing extraordinary circumstances, extraordinary struggles.
All right, guys, we're here.
With integrity,
Here's the reaction.
honor, with faith in the tradition of House Atreides and of Duke Leto, his father. Paul sees that there's the potential that he's on.
This is like the behind the scenes, by the way. This is the only way you can watch it live reaction. So here we go.
Simply a regular man.
What was it about Timothy Chalamet that you said that would be the perfect person to realize this role?
Timothy has many qualities, among them something. There's a deep intelligence in the eyes, and he has a whole soul. I have the impression when you talk with Timothy that he lives many lives, and it's something that really touched me. And at the same time, he looks so young on camera. So that contrast of having someone that seems to have a lot of experience and in the same time being like in the middle of his teenage years is Paul Atreides.
Look how cool the costume design is.
Incredible traits when I read from the book is his adaptability, his ability to listen and to perceive the essential moment. Is that anything like acting to you?
Yeah, you feel the environment, and specifically for the role of Paul. And thank you to Denis. I don't know, the other actors could speak to it better than I could, especially Josh, who worked on Sicario.
Look what he's wearing.
Denis. But
it's fucking cool.
2 scenes on a green screen. I think it's literally 2 scenes I did on a green screen, and
wow.
Besides that, everything else was practical.
Well, Denis, what are those?
He's like the new Nolan, man.
To be in those spaces where you can make discovery.
For me, one condition I had to shoot the movie was that I wanted to shoot in the real desert. My argument was that they didn't shoot Jaws in a swimming pool. The title is Dune. We needed to be in the real environment, so we will be inspired by the infinity.
When you're shooting in the desert in Jordan, the spirituality of the location, and I'll ruin it with my words, so I won't even try, but you're really in it.
That's why at the very core it's a tragedy about a family going into a new environment.
Denis, this is a sweeping story in so many ways. But one of the important things that you have to understand is the dynamics between House Atreides and House Harkonnen.
I will say that my secret weapon for that was Stellan Skarsgård. After 5 seconds on screen, people will understand right away what is his position.
I didn't know he was in the movie.
Atreides, and what is the difference of moral values between the Atreides and the Harkonnens.
Timothy, let's bring out the man and the woman who play your parents, Duke Leto Atreides and the Lady Jessica. Please welcome Oscar Isaac and Rebecca Ferguson.
Hi.
They're all so attractive.
Tell me and the audience about Duke Leto Atreides. What do we need to know?
He's the father and he's human. I think that's the biggest thing. And under incredible pressure to save his family, save his house, but to adapt to this new existential threat situation, which is moving to this strange planet.
Rebecca, rereading the book right now,
Oscar Isaac's the man.
By how much of the story, the backstory and the action of the story is actually driven by the decisions that Lady Jessica makes?
I'm very impressed with the fact that you, Stephen, actually read the book again. But it's a little applause to Denis. He highlighted this from the book in the film, that her decisions basically create fracture and disrupt.
This movie is going to be gorgeous, dude.
Oscar, what's it like to be there on these grand sets, sort of unprecedented in their scale?
Well, I'll just say that, you know, no set piece, no X-Wing, no Millennium Falcon could compare to the sheer scale of Josh Brolin's head. it was just, it was massive, both literally and figuratively, and just it really made me feel like I was in an alien planet.
I thought he was about to throw shade at the Star Wars franchise.
So let's bring in some more of the Dune cast. Jason Momoa, Javier Bardem, and Josh Brolin.
I didn't know Javier Bardem was in it either. Dude, hell yeah.
Hello, gentlemen, and I use that term loosely.
The cast in this is insane, guys.
How do each of your characters fit into the world of Arrakis and House Atreides? Let's start with you, Jason. Who are you?
I'm Duncan Idaho. I'm basically the greatest fighter in the world, galaxy for that matter. No, I kind of look at myself as the servant to the Atreides. You know, he's the samurai, he's the front line, he's trusted by the Duke to be sent into Arrakis and meet Stilgar and combine 2 worlds together. And at the root of it, he just would do anything to protect Paul and the family of Atreides, and looks up to all these guys.
Javier.
That's
tell
cool.
us
I've
who
never read
Stilgar
Dune,
is.
so.
Well, Stilgar is the head chief of the people that live deep in the desert of the planet Arrakis, which is also known as Dune. He's a leader, he's a fighter, he has a lot of ethics and morals, and he's
That's
taken
him?
by the message that the Messiah,
I didn't even recognize
Paul
him.
Atreides, is bringing with him.
Hey, Josh, you're Gurney Halleck. Who is he?
He's a musician.
Oh. Do you play the balisette in the movie?
I do. I've been playing the balisette actually since I was about 7 or 8 years old, so which is why I was hired.
I love Josh Brolin.
I'm the only person who plays the balisette. Gurney is the war master. He's also kind of a parent of sorts, and he's taken a real liking to this kid. And I think he has a real soft spot because he's this great kind of braveheart warrior, but at the same time has a love of poetry and kind of heart, and there's a softness to him.
We have a fan question. Do any of the three of you tough guys think you could survive on Arrakis?
No way, not me. But those still suits, as they call it, which are the suits that they are wearing, the Fremen, in order to survive in the extreme situation of the desert. They were built amazingly well because once you
How cool they
wore
look.
them, you were free to move, and there was kind of a cool, fresh air breeze inside the suit.
I didn't get that model of suit.
I missed out on that suit too. That was definitely, yeah.
Come on.
Mine would hold a bowl of me like soup. I've never run this much in my life, and then he had me run across the desert, and I was like, I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna give up. But inside, I was crying like a little baby.
We have a fan question here for Jason. Who do you think would win in a fight, Duncan Idaho or Khal Drogo?
Duncan, Idaho.
Really? What gives him the edge?
Those little swords he's got.
Those little swords.
Sure. Okay, that helps. All right, please welcome Zendaya and Sharon Duncan Brewster. Thanks so much for being here.
Hello. Happy to be here.
Sharon, your character Liet Kynes is a man in the novel. Tell me about the conversations you and Denis had about your taking this role.
Well, I think first and foremost, as far as Denis was concerned, it was all about concentrating on the essence of this person. He's an integral role. He connects all the dots. He connects the Harkonnens, he connects House of Atreides, he connects the Fremen, planet Arrakis, the Sandworms. This is somebody who understands all these worlds and moves in between each and every one. So I don't think it matters that Kynes in the book is a man. What's important is what Kynes stands for.
Zendaya, I have a fan question for you. What most excited you about playing Chani?
She's tough, right? She's a warrior. She's native to this planet. This is all she knows. And so this kind of, other kid coming in, she's, not really feeling it, but she sees something in him that is obviously an indicator of what is to come.
For you,
I'm so excited.
this question also
I've never
for-
even read the
for
book.
Timothy.
Like,
These are
what
about
cool-
young people
what a
coming
cool
into
thing.
their own in a world where they face impossible odds, and the world itself is in many ways broken. Anything you can relate to there, as a young person growing up? in
Dude,
a world
Timothy
like that?
Chalamet looks so cool.
I do think there's.
If I wore that, I would not look cool.
With the coming of age that Chani and Paul are stepping into, both in a huge obligation or birthright, but also what all 15, 16, 17, 18-year-olds go through, which is just that growing up is hard. There is a metaphor and I think a lesson in this movie for everyone.
To any cast members here, this is a jump ball here. What life lessons do you take away from Dune?
I think for me, this entire cast and the way that it was shot, it was quite an intense shoot.
Rebecca Ferguson's an incredible actress.
Incredible amount about myself. And the desert, it's so big. It's basically Mother Nature engulfing you and going, you mean nothing. It takes away the ego.
This was a
That's really,
special
really well
project
said.
in reminding us of the things that get in the way of connecting and communal, communal bliss.
This film set the bar and how I want to have my career go. Working with Denis and this level of actors, I learned so much every day, and I laughed constantly. I felt beautiful in this film. So, Denis, mwah, I love you, buddy.
We've been living in our own dystopian future. Why do you think this is the moment for Dune?
It's going to be a mammoth moment when people have the chance to experience something that is not only just exquisite, a feast for the eyes, but is also something that we should take home with us and into our hearts. This film can inspire change.
Dune is a movie about the capacity of adaptation because there's a lot of changes that are coming. That's why I think that Dune is more relevant than ever.
This whole thing has been a magical experience, and to be a part of something that felt this massive but also just feels like another, well, quite literally another world. It is very special.
This is a moment we've all been waiting for.
The trailer. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the world premiere of the feature trailer of Dune.
Got goosebumps.
Oh.
Here we go. I got goosebumps. I've never read the book. It's so fucking crazy.
There's something happening to me. There's something awakening in my mind. I can't control it. What did you see? There's a crusade coming. Do you often dream things that happen just as you dreamed them? Yes. The test is simple.
I have goosebumps all on my fucking back.
And you die. What's in the box? Pain. You inherit too much power. You have proven you can rule yourself. Something none of your ancestors learned. My father rules an entire planet. He's losing it. He's getting a richer one. He'll lose that one too.
Gotta get the spice.
Arrakis is a death trap. Kill them. This is an extermination. They're picking my family off one by one.
Let's fight like demons.
What is the...
In a trap will gnaw off its own leg to escape. What will you do? I know you. One day, the legend will be born. All of civilization depends on it. The future. I can see it. I must not fear.
Fear is the mind killer. Yeah!
Hello, Duke.
Where the fear is gone, only I will remain.
Is it the worm? Go! It's the worm! Oh! It's fucking humongous! I have goosebumps everywhere. In IMAX, good God. Dude, guys, that was so fucking cool.
There you have it. I want to thank Warner Brothers and Legendary and Denis and the entire cast. And I want to thank everybody out there for watching this today. And I will see all of you in the theater to see this movie. Thanks so much.
Take care.
All right. Okay. Okay, so that was the Dune trailer and a little bit of Q&A in the beginning. I kind of jumped in just like a minute or so late. By the way, hi guys. I haven't done this in a really long time. I took a long break from doing trailer reactions, and I figured it'd be a good time to come back to do the Dune trailer. And Look at this product placement right here. I'm gonna move that out of the way, and I don't use coasters, guys. But man, what a trailer! So as I mentioned previously, I have never read the Dune novel by Frank Herbert. I've heard of it though. Like I feel like everybody's heard of it. It's kind of one of those books that, even if you've never read it, it's just kind of like a staple in your mind because of how much people talk about it and how much of an impact it's made on on literature and just sci-fi. I've never even seen the 1980s David Lynch film either, and I was still so excited to see this film. And I think I was excited to see this film for a couple different reasons. And why I'm so like really anticipated for it was, one, because the director Denny, he's kind of like this. He's the next Nolan-esque filmmaker, man, where he's making these gigantic blockbusters and these really like beautiful films like Arrival, Sicario, Prisoners, Enemy, Blade Runner 2049. He's doing all these really amazing films, and he hasn't really like missed a beat. And whenever I think of that, I just think of Chris Nolan, and I love that there's another director giving us other material out there that is so good that he's like, every movie he produces is just an incredible experience to watch in the movie theater. And obviously another reason is just because this cast. The cast is so good. It reminds me of like whenever they announced the cast for like Inception. You had Leo and Jessica Gordon-Levitt, Ellen Page, and all these like just really great actors and actresses. And this is how this is. This lineup is insane. Oscar Isaac, Josh Brolin, Timothée Chalamet, Zendaya, Rebecca Ferguson, Jason Momoa, Stellan Skarsgård, Javier Bardem. Like, god damn, what an insane cast. And they're taking on this film that, or this book that a lot of people say cannot be filmed. And obviously I know that there's like a bunch of other sequels to the original Dune novel, but I think they're only going to be trying to focus on the first one. I think this is supposed to be split into 2 parts. I could be wrong on that. And I'm not going to try and act like I know anything about Dune for you guys, because the only thing I know about Dune is that I think they want to go to Icarus for the spice, and the spice basically allows them to live longer, makes them more, like, have more vitality and things like that. So that was really cool. Excuse me. So that's the only thing I know about Dune is the spice. Like, the spice has been memed on the internet a million times. But I think it's so interesting that even though I've never read the book, I'm probably just as excited as anybody who has read the book. Or maybe after they see this trailer, they're not excited because they have read the book and they're not getting the same vibes as the book. I don't know. But as just a simple moviegoer and a man who loves movies, I love that trailer. I love the set design. I love how the actors and actresses were saying that they were never, like, I think they said they filmed with green screens only a couple times and everything else is practical. That's such a Nolan-esque thing. Like, they went out in the environment and they dealt with the elements. And that quote that Rebecca Ferguson says about how, when you're out in the desert and you realize how big it is, it's Mother Nature saying, like, you're nothing to me. Like, it gets rid of the ego. I love that. I thought that was a really cool expression. The music in the trailer was kind of weird to me. I was expecting more, and I'm sure there is Hans Zimmer's scores underlining and underneath the track song, but the track song was kind of weird to me. I was expecting more of like an epic Hans Zimmer kind of style, and plus I just wanted to see a teaser of his music, and it might have been in there, like I said, but the only thing I could focus on was the vocal track. So that was probably the weirdest part of the trailer for me. I think Timothée Chalamet is fucking killing it. I think he looks great. I think he's a great actor. I love the costume designs. I think like the costume designs on top of like the deserts and stuff is so fucking cool. I love that whole thing where Jason Momoa and Timothée Chalamet do this, and then they hold it above. It's like, because he's supposed to be this great warrior that protects Paul. And so they obviously have kind of like a secret like handshake kind of thing, or maybe there's something else to that I don't know about. But it kind of reminds me of like Arya and I can't remember his name, and the Swordmaster, who teaches Arya, and like their friendship. That's kind of what it reminds me of. But I like that. I like that. I like that relationship between them two as characters, and his goal is to, you know, protect this boy. I like that a lot. It seems like Paul kind of has like a lot of father figures in this situation, where he has Oscar Isaac, who is his father, and Jason Momoa, who's kind of like his guardian, you know, head samurai, so to speak. And then you have Josh Brolin, who's kind of the war master, but he still takes a liking to Paul. So such a cool concept, and I'm already very immersed in the world, and I can't wait to learn more, having never read the book. The sandworm at the end, I knew they were gonna show it, I just didn't know like how. And oh my gosh, dude, it looks crazy. It looks insane. It's so fucking gigantic. I mean, I remember watching there's a scene in the 80s version of the film where they ride the sandworm, and I'm sure they'll do it in this too, but it looks so weird because it's in the 80s. Hard to do it back then. But I'm just curious how they're going to do it here. Because the sandworm looks so cool. As you saw, I was freaking out. But I'm really excited for this movie. And I think in a time with COVID and everything going on, it's nice to have things to be excited about, with the world literally and figuratively being just set on fire. It's nice to have something that can kind of take you out of the real world for you know, a brief moment, just to kind of allow you to enjoy things. Because I think that's very important, and especially in a time like now. But I think that's gonna do it for my my reaction, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm sorry I haven't made a video in a long time. I've been going through some things and dealing with some stuff. I got a new PC back there. That's cool. New consoles are coming out, and you know. But if you guys did take the time to watch this reaction, I hope you guys subscribe, like, comment. Tell me about Dune. Tell me your experience with it. I've never read the book, so give me all the knowledge, man. Educate me. But thank you guys again so much for watching my reaction. It's really nice of you to do so, as I'm just a really beginner. I like movies, so just wanted to share my love for movies with everybody else. But I hope you guys all stay safe, stay positive, be happy, and just enjoy movies, man. See you guys.